Welcome back to Lego by the Book. Today I'm going to be building set 6983 Ice Station Odyssey. This was the Ice Planet's base of operations, and this was a set that I had, but somehow in the course of the last 2.5 decades or so since I got the set, I actually lost the base plate. I know when I last used it, but that was in high school, and I have no idea what happened since then, whether it got lost or broken or traded, or if it's up here somewhere and I just haven't found it yet. That is a very distinct possibility. So I went ahead and ordered one on Bricklink. It is a damaged one, but I'm okay with that because it's going to be on display. I then ended up, when I was at Bricks and Wheels on Black Friday, he had one, and if I'd known that he had one, if I knew that I was going to be there, I would have bought the one from him. It was a little bit more expensive, but I do prefer to buy my Lego from him just because I like him. So, we are going to build this set today, which is one of the last sets I need for the collection. I'm waiting on one last one, which may have arrived by the time this video goes out. Time is wibbly. So, let's get started. We have, of course, the minis, and it turns out it's actually the same minis from the Deep Freeze Defender. We have our mustached, old man-looking fellow with a unique torso, and then we have another guy and a female character with the same torso. So the female character actually did show up in two sets, the two big ones. So she was more common than I thought. I thought she only came in the Deep Freeze Defender, but turns out I did have her. I had just used her head to create a lady pirate at some point. So, what's next? Now we build satellites, apparently. That is apparently what Ice Planet was all about, was launching satellites. So there's a lot of little satellite sets. I was surprised at how little white, there's very little white brick in this set. It's mostly black and blue with some white detailing, and I thought that was a little odd, but I'm sure it will accent well. You wouldn't want it to be entirely white, that would be boring. Let me know what you guys thought of the Ice Planet line. Was it one that you collected? I had most of it. I didn't have the Deep Freeze Defender. That was the only one that I didn't have, but I do have it now, thanks to Daniel Dillman. Satellite number 1. This set is so big it has 2 satellites. Dun dun dun! I liked the Ice Planet line. I liked the way the visors looked. I thought they were really cool. And all the neon parts, the saw blades and the skis and all of that, I thought those were pretty cool. They didn't really have an antagonist. There wasn't, as far as I can recall, really a villain. I think it was kind of a transition period between Space Police 2 and Blacktron. I could have my timelines off, but I think it came kind of after those two, and there wasn't a very clear, these are who they are fighting against. It was more the elements. Alright, we're now going to build a pair of rockets. Oh, that part's a little warbly, because we have to get those satellites into orbit somehow. So, rockets. And there's a pair of them, because we have a pair of stuff, behavior stuff. Pair of satellites. Alright. I may have to make a slight substitution, as I was missing one of these, the magnet plates in white. I'm one short in white, so I will either have to replace it with black, which wouldn't look too bad, or blue, which would actually match that just fine. Where's it? Stop. Where are you? I know you're in here. I know I flung you within it. Maybe I didn't. I might have only pulled one of those. I have to go pull apart. Give me a second. I'm back. Did you miss me? No, of course not, because I will have edited that out. Alright. Carry on with the rocket building. Fins. And nose cones. Alright. Your warbliness is unacceptable. Back to the bins! Now, for the sake of symmetry, I will replace both of the magnets with blue ones. Balance. There we have it. Okay, we've got our rockets, we've got our satellites to go upon... Are you... No, on the rockets. Now, we build the mini vehicles. Because there are a couple of them in this set. Because you can't have a big base without mini vehicles. It's probably in the rules somewhere. That is a neat way of doing that. Interesting. And there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is just nifty. Here's another one for the comments. If you could have a modern version of a previous line brought back, what would you have brought back? What previous, let's go space. Previous space line from, let's say up to 95, up to 1995, if you could have any space line from before then brought back, either, and would you like it brought back exactly as it was, just re-release those sets again so they can be acquired cheaply, or would you like them to modernize the design using modern parts and build techniques? I, of course, would love to see them bring back Blacktron. And preferably classic Blacktron, the black and yellow Blacktron. I would love to see that brought back and given modern treatment. Alright, we have a little sled with laser thingies. Presumably for cutting through the ice or some such. I dig it. Neat little vehicle. He can fly. I'm going to build the next vehicle, but first I must go get all of the wheels that I forgot to pull. Interesting. I'm going to have parts left over because the wheels were actually stored with their axle parts. And it is in fact the correct axle parts. And now I've got too many. Alright. Which one are we looking for? We're looking for the 10. Oh, okay. You're the 10. Yep. No. That is an 8. Did I not pull an 8? Surely I will have pulled. Lord have mercy. Missing sets left and parts left and right. Going to have a word with the fellow who pulls bricks. Which is, of course, me. How dare you, me? You have failed you for the last time. Alright. There's the first part of the vehicle. It rolls nicely. But there's more! Dun dun dun! It has... Now we use that 10. It has a trailer. And there we go. We have trailer. Trailer vehicle. Very cool. Very cool. Vehicles aside. And now we begin the base. Apparently it's facing that way. Alright. Some weird stuff going on here. Sure, it'll all become clear eventually, but currently it's a little weird. It's slightly sweird. Some weirdness going on with this. We've got the pictures on this website, sideways and small. No idea where my instructions went. I said I had this set, which means I should have the instructions, but I don't. Oh, rotating you around now, okay? Alright, that makes sense now. No! Trying. Alright. Now we're building a laser gate. Yeah, you heard me. This set's that cool. It's got a laser gate. Any set lacking a laser gate is just not as cool as a set that has a laser gate, if you ask me. Which you didn't. But you're watching my channel, so you're getting my opinion. Bah! Ha, 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 ha. Laser gate. Where does the laser gate go? Laser gate goes right here. Behold! Laser gate. That part's a bit chewed up. And hopefully more is added to that for structural support. Alright, where are these supposed to go? Control panel for opening the laser gate, I would assume. This was back in the era where they didn't tell you what parts were used on each page. You had to figure it out. Instruction manuals used to be quite small. You build an entire castle in 20 pages. Nowadays, there are hundreds of pages, and you put one brick on per page, and they tell you exactly which brick. Makes it a lot easier, and you make a lot fewer mistakes, but somehow it just doesn't seem as fun. Old days, it was very much, hey, spot the differences between these two pictures. Oh no, that laser gate is going to be a problem. And you had to look. You had to look carefully and figure out exactly what had been changed, what had been added. Sometimes, if it was a particularly obscure part or a hard-to-see part in a weird location, they would give you some kind of a heads up. Oh, by the way, here's this part that we put here that you can't see. But they seemed to be trying to use the fewest number of pages possible while still being able to allow you to build the set without, I mean, if they had, they just show you a picture of the set. Here, put it together. That wouldn't have worked, but the way they did do it was perhaps more efficient, perhaps less. Sure, it's the subject of many a scholarly and heated debate in the Lego community. As you can see, we've got... They're having us add stuff all over the build. They're not just focusing on, okay, we're going to build this little section, and then we're going to build this little section, and then we'll build this little section. No, sir. No, sir. They make changes to all parts at the same time. Again, fewer pages, better, fewer trees. Fewer trees died to make this Lego set. I appreciate that. Wait, what? Am I off? Apparently I'm off. You're off. Okay. There's no need to panic. Oh, interesting. Okay, we're going to be building interesting looking MacGuffin here. Okay. I built this set many years ago and have no memory of it having this many nifty action features. That is cool. Definitely don't remember it having one of these. Nope. They use those a lot in a lot of space sets to do all sorts of neat stuff. I'm sure whatever it's going to be doing, it is going to be neat. Where did I go wrong? I feel I've gone wrong somehow. How did I get... Oh, okay. I am much further off than I thought I was. You were supposed to be there. Aha! That's where I got off. So this, haha, this was in the right place. I thought I counted it correctly. Don't mind me, I'm just going to shift everything ever so slightly. There we go. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. And now this fits on here properly. Okay. And that makes that platform go back and forth. Isn't that nifty? Okay, where was I? Now that I've shifted. Nope, okay, we're good there. Got that, got that. Alright, next page. Lord have mercy, there's more to get shoved on that. That is just... okay. Floppy bit. No! Laser gate! Behave yourself. Alright. I think I am missing one part. Another part. Fella cannot be trusted for nothing. Have our ski holders. Pretty sure I only pulled one of those, so I need a... Ski assembly 1, ski assembly Me too. Alright, I think I'm on to the next page. Nope, I am definitely not quite. I see them sneaking that part in there. Oh. Aha. I also put the chair on while I wasn't looking. Aha! Laser gate is secured. OSHA will be pleased. Alright, we are making good time. Here's where I'll be making a minor substitution because this part is supposed to be blue, but I don't have it in blue for some reason. I remember running into a shortage of them for a previous set. Being mildly baffled, but I don't feel it looks too bad with a white one there. Just adds a little bit of color. Black one might have actually been better. You know what? Yeah, I think black will look actually better. Aha! We've got our Zoom Zoom scooter. And we've got our... Move you back, move back. Get you out of the way. Be on! Look at all of the bits. Where do all of the bits go? Apparently, satellite gets stored there. We've got a rocket. A rocket here. We'll start with a rocket here. A rocket on the satellite. It'll be in there. They could have done a lot more with the interior, I feel, but that's also something you could add on your own. Alright, so here we have it. Let's take a look at all of the features. So you've got this little dial, which when you raise it all the way up, brings the rocket into position. And when it comes all the way down, I believe, yep, it raises the little satellite dish in the back, comes up. And then when you go forward, it brings the rocket all the way up. And you can then... rocket into space. Neat. So the rocket's gone off into space. Now, we have established that the Ice Planet guys recover their rockets after they've been used. Apparently they're multi-use rockets, which is nice. So this fellow comes in with the rocket loaded up on his cart, which also apparently could act as a mobile launch pad, I suppose. He could stand it up and launch it from somewhere. But what I think it is actually a recovery unit. It brings the rocket to here. This arm can then store it until it is ready to be launched, at which point, when this is down, can the arm reach? Can it reach from here? It can! Clamp. Load our satellite. Move into position. Prepare to launch. Very cool. We have our laser gate, which, I mean, it's not exactly the most secure of facilities, but it will prevent you from writing your laser scooter up the ramp, unless you have flipped the lever. Oh no! Another gate. Not in the lobby! What have I told you? Extra drill tools, extra sled tools. His skis are on his, but this one doesn't. But then there's spares so that everyone can have drills and skis for traversing about. It's a neat set. I'd forgotten about the how they did the launch. It's kind of neat, the parts that they used. They used piston rods. I don't make the rules. Yeah, piston rods are what are part of the connection there. And it's pretty nifty. I like it. I like it. Very cool. Now I have to try to make room for this on my display. I think I have a little extra space now because I acquired a couple of extra sets, and space stations, it turns out, take up a lot of space. It's the darndest thing. But soon, I have one more set to acquire and a couple of parts that need to arrive for another set, and I will have the collection finished, and I will hopefully then have the Lego room all sorted, and I will be able to do the tour. So stay tuned. It may have actually come out before this video does. I have no idea what order things are going to get uploaded anymore. Time is an illusion. Thank you guys for watching.